What's up, people? And welcome to another Lee's Corner. I know y'all been talking about when I'm coming back with a new one. Well, this is the one. This is I think, a controversial show because of what I'm going to be talking about. But to me, it's just me doing me. So, like I said, don't take no offense. But I am going to hit these hot button topics. So we'll be back in a few seconds with Lee's Corner. All right, people, we're back. Like I said, I'm sorry we've been going away for a while. I'm so sorry about that. But like I said, we had this big move thing. I had to get this new studio up and going and making sure that everything was running right. So I'm sorry I left y'all without Lee's Corner for a while. Like I said, I'm going to jump right into this because there's been a lot of news that's happened since I've been gone. And I've been wanting to comment on it. I've been wanting to go to Instagram Live and Facebook Live, but really just have not had the time. So I'm not going to put it all in here, but there's enough news, trust me, to do me for the next 2 or 3 Lee's Corners, which I'm going to pop on and try to do it before it runs out of the news cycle. So let's go ahead and start up with this. First thing I want to jump on is the Roe versus Wade decision, because that has bothered me so much, and I'm going to tell you why it's bothered me so much. The Roe versus Wade decision, we kind of saw the writing on the wall with that, where it was going to go when they found that, piece of paper with the justices saying that which way they was going to vote. So we kind of knew which way we were leaning, and everybody was still shocked when it happened. Fact of the matter is this. I don't believe that anybody should tell a woman what to do with their bodies. Just like most men would not tolerate somebody telling them to do with their body. They wouldn't tolerate that. The only reason why they allow it is because, excuse me, it's a man telling a woman what to do with their body, and you got enough women behind them, backing them on the court to say, you're right, guy, we're behind you. Tell us women what to do with our bodies. You got enough women that believe in the men that's telling them to do that. Otherwise, that wouldn't happen anyway. Do you honestly think that there was a court in the land that would rule to tell a man how to work with their body without a serious backlash? Think of a court in the land that would tell, of women or anybody, that would tell a man what to do with their own body, and without a huge backlash. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't happen. But that being said, let's get to some points here. Like I said, I don't agree with Roe versus Wade. With them overturning Roe versus Wade. But let's get to some facts. I'm hearing a lot of stuff out here. First of all, number one, they did not take your rights away. Let's stop those lies right there. It was not constitutionally protected for you to get an abortion. It just wasn't. It wasn't in the Constitution that women should get an abortion, and it's protected. It was federally protected with Roe versus Wade, the decision. Okay? It was federally protected. They just chose not to protect it. Now, black people know how important federal protection is, because we know how these states work. These states have always been racist, and the government has too in the past. Always been racist in the past. Slavery that was a law of the land, right? But it took the federal government to say, okay, here's your 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment, and this is done, right? So it was no longer just federally protected. It was an amendment to the Constitution, which is less likely to be overturned than a decision. So let's just get something straight. I want to tell all these women out here that keep talking about they took our rights away. No, they did not take your rights away. They did not take your rights away. No, you still got the right to get an abortion. It's just not federally protected. They left it to the states. Now, do I agree with it? No, but that's what they did. I just want to get these facts out here, because people keep saying, "Oh, they took our rights. They took our rights." Stop it. You sound like those crazy white men that did the same thing when we told you the mass mandate. Oh, you're taking our right. Ain't nobody taking your damn rights away. Is it wrong? Yes, but you can go to another state and get an abortion. Okay. I'm just laying out the facts here. Like I said, I'm for you women to be able to get whatever you want to with your body. But let's just get the facts out there and straight. Now, if women want to maintain that right, you just don't need a decision. You need an amendment, like the 13th and 14th and 15th Amendment that we have. If you have an amendment on these particular situations, you're less likely to have them overturned. A lot of people say, how are you going to overturn a decision for over 50 years? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We've had decisions about not being racist towards black people and stuff that's been up for over 50 years. And they still find ways to fuck us over. Are you kidding me? Cops still beating our asses every day. Oh, I'm a cop. I can do that. He moved. He scared me. They get off. Less than 1% go to jail for whooping our ass. And we have laws on the books against discriminating against black folks. And you know that's exactly what they're doing. But you don't think it can happen to you. Really? How about the banking system? How about where you live, redlining? Fucking people over, black people over on credit. And the whole banking system being screwed around, ghetto loans, rigged ass ghetto loans. How about that? Yeah, see, they got laws on the books to the day that protects us, supposedly. But they still ripping off black people, still screwing over and being racist towards black people. So what makes you think it cannot happen to you? That's what I understand. When people say 50 years of a law and you just go overturn, of course they will. These white boys have an agenda. And when black folks like me try to tell you this, oh, you're just doing the white and black thing. Well, how does it feel now? How does it feel? I've seen white people. This is what got to me about the whole situation. I've seen white people. I've watched Instagram and it's because it's part of my job, what I do. I've watched Instagram and Facebook and all these other places. Celebrities and my friends and people that I know, associates I know alike, who have never said not one thing about Black Lives Matter, George Floyd, anything. Never said. Just don't comment on this stuff. I've always looked at, that's your right. That's your right to do it. If you want to comment, you don't. But I've realized a lot of people don't do it because they are afraid of their friends, family, or their work finding out that they've done a post about George Floyd or Black Lives Matter or anything like that. But I noticed when it came down to Roe versus Wade, women came out of the woodworks that have never said anything. I've never seen them say anything about anybody else. But when it concerns white America, they just whoosh from celebrities to just regular old white folks. They came out, people ain't never said nothing in their life, came out and started talking about that. I'm like, oh, really? So now this is a problem. Really? Now some people are like, well, that's their right to speak out on what they want to speak out. We get against what they want to and not to speak out. Yeah, no, you're right. There is their right. The problem I have with that is, to me, that's a morality issue with me. That's a morality issue with me. So you chose to wait till it affected you to get off your ass and actually say something. Now you mad. Now you want to join everybody. And the funny parts about this is look how, especially white women, look how they showing you how they trying to scare you into everybody coming together. Ain't it amazing? It's just like when you had the September 11th thing. Oh, please, y'all, let's come together and hug and be love. Soon as September 11th is over, 6 months a year down the road, we back to being niggas. They back to being wetbacks. And they back to being, whoever they being. And the white folks left it alone again. They don't give a damn no more. But the moment they scared, they want us all to come around. Check out these commercials. Check out these Instagram posts and stuff that they be doing to scare people now. Here you go. First thing they say. They took away our rights to have an abortion. They took away our rights. Next, they're coming after LGBTQ rights. And they are going to, yes. Because guess what? LGBTQ rights are not protected under the Constitution either. It's not. It's not. It's going to be a situation where it has to be left over to the states. But they threw that in there to scare the LGBTQ. Then they went a step further. Interracial marriage, the such and such act of such and such of the Loving Act in Virginia, and just the Loving Act in Virginia, they're going to overturn that too. Number one, no, they won't. You got too many senators, too many powerful people that's married that's interracially married and all this other kind of stuff for that to happen. It's just not going to happen. But nice try. Blacks, they're going to take away your rights. Well, they kind of already still taking away our rights. So, I mean, we've been there. You just now showing up. Hey, welcome to the party. My whole point in saying this is don't try to scare everybody else just because your rights got interrupted. Just because the first time you finally know how it feels, not even to have your rights taken away, but just interrupted. Because that's what they were. They were interrupted for a moment. You thought you were perfect until they took away your rights and the white people turned. What? You're telling me I can't get an abortion? Right. But what you need to do is turn to your white man and say, what's this about? What the fuck? Do I need to marry a Mexican? a black man, God forbid? Do I need to marry a Mongolian? Do I need to marry a Hawaiian? Do I need to marry somebody? What do I need to do? Because I ain't fucking with you no more. But see, the problem is you got half and half. You got half. I ain't going to say half. I don't even know the numbers on that. But you got some women who choose to be behind white men who are like, yeah, that's right, no abortions. And then you got the other half that's like, well, don't tell me what to do with my body. The bottom line is this. If you chose to hang out with black folks and help us with our causes, you wouldn't have a problem getting people on your side to care about the situation. Because first it's like, men shouldn't tell us what to do with our bodies. Then it's like, men, you're our greatest advocate, because when we raise our voices, they turn a deaf ear. So men, you need to help. Oh, so now we need to help out. I'm confused. Especially as a black man, I'm confused. I am very confused. Because it's like white women don't want to wake up until all of a sudden their rights are on the chopping block. Then all of a sudden, they want to scare everybody to come into their rescue. I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate being manipulated like that at all. And I have seen it. I have seen the celebrities doing it. I've seen the senators and stuff doing it, and these commercials and these little Instagram posts they be doing, and I'm not impressed. That does nothing for me. I mean, and a lot of you people, claim, like I said before, a lot of you people claim to be Christian. So I'm gonna leave you with this. Here's a quote for you. What you have done to the least of these, you have done to me. What you have done to the least of these, you have done to me. Now that's a quote. That's coming from Jesus himself, basically saying, from what you have done to the least of these, you have done to me. Least meaning the most marginalized, the minorities, the ones you don't care most about. So if you turned your back by not saying anything on a George Floyd post or Black Lives Matter because you was afraid of what your family might say, or you was afraid of what your job might say, you did that to the least of these. So you did that to God. You turned your back and act like you didn't see. But now you're wanting everybody to see the atrocities that's going on with you. Now, how sad is that? I would really like to know what you thought about that, since a lot of y'all claim to be Christian women. What do you think about that quote? I mean, does that not sum you up, or what these people, these white women, are doing? Does that not sum them up, trying to manipulate blacks, LGBTQ, and everybody else to come to your aid of fear of them taking away our rights as well as yours? Is that not what people are trying to do? I think that's disgusting. I think it's wrong. And I'm like, please, who you think falling for that? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I just think it is. Like I said before, you sleeping with the enemy and you're going to sit up here and try to come to me. No, go talk to him. Tell him you're done. Tell him to go fight for you. Because that's the one that's going to make the difference. Tell the white boy. Tell him to go fight for you. That's the one that's going to change the world for you, right? Don't tell us. Why are you telling us? You weren't helping us with what we were dealing with. So now all of a sudden you want us to come with you and help you with your problems. All right. Well, I got that one off my mind right now. So, I'd also like to point out another thing too. Before I end this conversation, I would like to just for y'all take a moment to think about this. Y'all know all these amendments and all these laws we've had to make to protect minorities, even women and everything else. Have you noticed there are no laws? And if y'all find them, please tell me, because I love being checked if there's something to check me with. Are there any laws out there that protect white men? Are there any laws other than tax law to protect white men? No. Because they're like a white shark. No known natural predators just swimming around in America doing what they do. There are no laws, no amendments to protect white males. Why is that? Because they don't need any laws to protect white males, because all the laws were made for them from the very beginning. White men have been telling women what to do, and they seem to have no problem with it. But like I said before, you woke up when this happened and like, oh, well, I need everybody to come with me and help me. No, you need to tell your man what the hell is going on. All right. Now I'm move on. So next thing that got me was Akron, Ohio. But this was very interesting to me, because I was like, This don't make no sense. This is but I couldn't really even get the energy to get angry about it because it's happened so many times. So I'm just gonna go down the thing for you. Jalen Walker, he was a DoorDash driver. He was unarmed, and he was murdered. Now, the cop story was he was evading them somehow. It was gonna be a traffic stop or something, and I guess he ran from them or whatever. Then he got out of the car and ran. No, let's back up. Before he got out of the car, when they were chasing or pursuing him, they saw what looked like a muzzle flash. Now, a muzzle flash is what? A bright thing of light in the car that they might have seen. That could have been a lighter. That could have been any kind of spark thing. It didn't have to be a gun. I didn't even see or read them saying anything about they heard a loud pop or a bullet came through their window. Nothing. Just that they saw a muzzle flash. But like I said before, we've known, and cops have been always known to lie on reports and everything else. They're known liars. So you can't even believe what the police say, but we've always known that. But the fact that they are known liars, that's what they do. They lie. Why? Because they have to have a justification. Okay, so when this man, Jalen Walker, got out of his car and actually started to run, 90 bullets in all was fired. 90 bullets. When you're shooting 90 bullets off into the darkness, you are not trying to stop somebody. You're trying to destroy their very being. They were trying to kill that man's blackness. That was for every black man they got away from them. 90 bullets at him. Who are you shooting at? Osama bin Laden is dead. You don't even shoot white serial killers. You take them to prison so you can fucking study them. But this brother, who was unarmed, black, and a DoorDash driver, you shot 90 bullets. Hit him 60 times. You can't make that make sense. You can't. You cannot make that make sense. Akron, Ohio. 8 cops, 90 bullets for a traffic violation. Like I said, they were trying to destroy this boy's blackness. Shooting into the dark like that, where you can't see nobody and you shooting that many damn times, you trying to kill the blackness. See, that shows all the fear you ever need. But see, then cops get upset and say, we're not being held as heroes. The morale is down. The morale should fucking be down. You're mad because people are sitting up here, Black Lives Matter rallies and stuff, treating you and talking to you like you ain't shit. That's because you ain't shit. These are facts. And for all the so-called cops that are doing well or doing okay and are doing the right thing, you might want to talk to your buddies. Because the same reason why you feel like you have to shoot every black person you see, that you have to murder almost every black person you see, is the same reason why almost every black person you see hates your fucking guts. It's that easy. It's clean cut and dry. That's why we don't like you. How you expect people to look at you as heroes when you putting down people, certain people, but then you let white boys slide. You let known killers. You ride up on the scene knowing that this motherfucker done killed like 12 or 13 people. And you do that shit from Higher Learning the movie when you're like, hold on, put it down. We don't want to hurt you. Please, put it down. Just put the gun down, please. He still got the gun in his hand. Legally, you are allowed to blow his brains out. Please, put it down, put it down. You are more willing to tell him to put the gun down where he can shoot you. Because you identify with him. And then you cuff him and you take him to McDonald's or Burger King before you take him to jail. Like, good job. You done killed a couple black folks. Good job. Right? Which segues me into, y'all just heard about the black kid from Akron, right? Now, let's see if justice is a little bit better when we go to the Highland Park shooting. Highland Park, I believe in Chicago. Robert Crimo, whatever, killed 7 people and wounded dozens more on the 4th of July as he slipped off into the crowd as if nothing happened. He considered another attack in Madison, Wisconsin, but returned to Illinois to be arrested. He returned on his own recognizance to Illinois Or he was arrested, not shot. Not 2 to the head, we know you dead. Nope. Oh, you want to turn yourself in? Okay, cool. Turn yourself in. That's very good. Thank you for turning yourself in. Really? So that's what he got to do. And he ain't the only one. The Buffalo, New York shooter who scattered out a damn supermarket and then came back to it, shot so many black people, 10, 11, 12, 13, whatever the case may be. Cops rolled up on this motherfucker, had a gun on him. Please put it down, son. Please put it down, son. Really? Really? You know, I don't advocate violence because advocating violence is a way of coming back on you. But sometimes I wish some of those movies would play out like it did, like in like it did in God, what's that movie name? I can't think of it. I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, the point was a cop did not do his job, and somebody stepped in and shot the dude for the cop. So, yeah, sometimes I think that should happen because these cops are making it very clear. And I don't know what's going on with the ACLU or whoever looks over this, but you have more than enough cases to prove. And the FBI has already said that almost all of your police departments are riddled with racist cops. So we already know that. That's come down from the FBI. There was actually a police chief who quit and resigned because he was teaching his police officers gun training on black people targets and got caught. He gonna apologize and resign. That's neither here nor there. My point is, we have enough cases built up to where the ACLU or somebody should be taking the system itself to court and getting money for these black folks that kids have been murdered by police. That's just facts. Because there's enough evidence to show that there's a serious mistreatment between white killers and like actual murderers that are white and unarmed guys that you shoot in the back for fleeing the scene. I mean, think about it. Me and you everyday Joes, if somebody took my wallet today and ran away, they got my property. Now the police tell me I have a right to protect my property, my car, anything. Well, that wallet's my property. So if he's taking my property after he held me by gunpoint or knife point or whatever, and he runs off with it, you know what? I can't shoot him in the back. No, he was leaving you. He is no longer a threat. So if that's the case, how is it that the police can shoot a black man in the back as he's running away and if he's not a threat? He don't have any guns on him. Well, we didn't know. Well, I didn't know that motherfucker didn't have no gun when he took my wallet either. I didn't know. I still shot his ass in the back. So you should let me skate too, right? No, I go directly to jail. Do not get your $100. These motherfuckers shoot a motherfucker in the back. They get to go home at night. They get to go home at night and chill. Or get a desk job for 30, 40 days until the trial date comes up. If they decide there's even going to be one. It might be, hey, we sent to the IA, Internal Affairs. It was a clean shoot. You clear. We don't get the clean shoot no-go. We get you shot a motherfucker in the back who robbed you. You going to jail, and then we're going to press charges. That's what we get. Now, if Americans want to be in an uproar about anything, that's what we should be uproaring about how you as personal citizens get treated versus how cops get treated. That's what we should be in an uproar about. One of the main things. Now, after all of this police stuff that's going on, and I've just been giving you all this information, then we found out this little thing. Now, I know people are going to jump on me for this because, I had a friend of mine that said, well, you voted for Biden. Yes, I did vote for Biden. I sure as hell did. Because it was between Biden and Trump, and I wasn't voting for that crazy motherfucker. Wrong with y'all. But then some people, I voted all, man. You got those. You got to have those. See, I don't know, man. Why didn't you go vote? Because if you don't vote, man, it's like somebody just took that out of your hand. They took your choice. You don't vote, your choice just got taken by somebody else. So you ain't got shit to say about anything when anything goes wrong. You can't. Oh, you going to. See, that's like, y'all know Big Eric. This is a problem me and Big Eric had. This is the contradiction of Big Eric. I love him to death. This is the contradiction. Eric feels that if he doesn't vote, he can still talk shit. I've earned the right to. I'm 50 plus years old. I've earned the right to be able to talk and as much as I want to. But if you're black and you don't choose to participate in your own freedom, as it were, by protesting, giving money or whatever, I don't want to hear you say nothing. I don't want to hear y'all on TV crying about what the man doing to y'all and this, that, and the other when you ain't here fighting for your own struggle. Hold on. Time out. Voting is part of the struggle. Eric always used to say, if it was that important, the white boy wouldn't let you have it in the first place. Well, he's trying not to, Eric. They trying to wrangle the vote back from you. They don't want you to have a vote. They fighting hard against your voter right. You know, and if somebody, like I said, somebody can tell me or explain this to me, please do. Why is it that African Americans are the only ones that have that got to have their right to vote or voted on every so many years? Why is that? I've been trying to find out. I got to do better research because maybe I need to go to some old-fashioned, old law books because I need to find out. I mean, obviously it's not something you can Google, or either I'm just not very good at Googling, because I have not found out why are our rights the only ones that get come up to vote on to see if we can still vote every so many years. I don't understand that. It's been a problem. But anyway, let's move on. Like I said before, a lot of people are going to be mad at me about this situation because, like I said, I voted for Biden, you know. So in one of his new bills, Biden includes a $13 billion over the next 5 years to hire and train additional 100,000 police officers. Some people are like, oh, so just like that, the 1995 crime bill, just like the 1994 crime bill did. So are we going back and revisiting the 1994 crime bill? That is a very interesting question. And I don't agree with that. He's doing this to please a certain part of his base. That you heard about California and how they had all the all the activity during COVID and different things like that of people robbing stores. It went all the way around the place, you know, all the way around the United States. But this wasn't about training cops. This is about cops not doing their job because at this point in time, they felt they weren't being appreciated. I mean, we got cops on film taping looters with their phones. And then people saying, why aren't you doing so? Why aren't you doing so? Well, we don't want Black Lives Matter mad at us because, you know, some of these guys are black. And, you know, basically, you know, see me, I just took every one of those fucking cops that did that. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. Get the fuck out of here and clean out your locker. If you ain't doing your job, don't be here. Since when do we have to feel good about ourselves and have everybody like us to do our fucking job? Wasn't it just good enough to have a paycheck? This is police officers and how they should be. You arresting somebody. Fuck you, motherfucker. Okay. All right, calm down. You put your arms around their back and you tell calm down and you use just enough force needed to get them cuffed. If you need another guy, hey, I need you, man. All right, put the hands together, cuff them. What you don't do is jump on their fucking backs with your knee and try to break ribs and try to break arms because you mad. That is not a police officer. That is a bully. That is a thug. You are no better than what you're arresting. You're a piece of shit on the ground. That's what you are. Can you imagine if everybody's starting to do it now too, though. Everybody's starting to do it now. They start to act just like cops. That's why you get workers now. It used to be postal workers back in the day. You know, postal workers went crazy. Now you're getting people that work at everyday Walmart whooping somebody's ass over something because a customer said something or somebody else said something. See, it don't feel so good when everybody starts losing their shit and acting like the police does it. Well, I'm mad today. Do you want your job? Right, but we've given police so much leeway. You can get mad. You can throw them down. All that was okay. I mean, have you ever seen them when they pulled over a black person that had a family in the car for speeding or whatever? They pulled them to the side of the road, pull all their guns, and say these obscenities that you wouldn't tell to your best friend. You pull the motherfucking car over, you got blah, 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 beep, beep. I'm like, where is the professionalism in that? There is none. Because your cops aren't professionals. They're a bunch of hired tattooed thugs that come off the street that's looking for some action. That's all this is. That is all this is. Oh, I think I got it all out. Oh yeah. I wanted to give I wanted to also say I gotta give my condolences. Hold on a second, y'all. I gotta do this real quick. I have to definitely give my condolences to Star Trek actress Nicole Nichols. She died at 89. She was a legend. She was a great lady, and my condolences to her family. And I have to put that up there. Also, who else? My man, I can't leave him out. Bill Russell, one of the best that ever did the basketball. Legend, Bill Russell. Yes, sir. He died too. Yeah, Bill Russell died too. I don't know the age, but I believe he was in his 80s as well. My condolences to your family. You had a long run. I hope it was not painful for either one of you. But yes, I definitely had to give my shout out to them because that's for real. Great people. I also like to point out before I go, an interesting thing that's been going on around the United States is there are certain police departments, small ones around the United States, in a lot of southern states that are just quitting altogether. Like entire North Carolina Police Department resigns after a new town manager was hired. This town was Kinley, a new Kinley town manager named Justine Jones. Now she's black, and she became the new town manager. Now, mind you, it's only like 4,000 or 5,000 people in this particular town, but the entire police force left because they said because she was hired, it was a hostile work environment, which means code language. I don't want to work under a nigga. Fuck the bullshit. And it's been happening in a lot of small towns around the U.S. That's just one. But there are bunches and bunches of those things happening where you got cops quitting. And I'm like, thank you. Please quit. I wish you can get more of them to quit because that tells me just who you are. It really does. It tells me who you are. And I don't need you working there no way. So that is great. That's going to be our show today, guys. I'd like to say thank y'all for watching. Thank you for the texts and the emails and the hit me up on Instagram and ask me when the next Lee's Corner is going to be. I got more like this coming out for y'all real soon. I got so much more information that I want to come into and talk about and everything else too. So I'd like to say thank you. Don't forget, if y'all would like to help brother out and help keeping the information flowing, cash at me. I'm gonna have it going across the bottom of the screen. You can cash at me, and there's a couple other things you can do if you want to help a brother out and give some cash and donate to Lee's Corner and the Phoenix 23 Rising family. I would really appreciate that. And I just say, come back to Lee's Corner where we talk about the things you want to talk about. Till next time.